Hello my friends, bonjour mes amis, comment ça va aujourd'hui? C'est un très beau lundi, puis on est prête pour partir notre vidéo de lundi à 4 heures. Merci d'avoir magasiné le vente de la fin de semaine. I hope you had fun shopping the weekend sale. And thank you for those of you who shopped and came by. I love when you guys come into the store as well. So it was great to see people. And hi, Suzanne. It is a beautiful Monday and we are here with you now. Waffle Flower had a release yesterday. Hi, Antonia. Unfortunately, the same old story. We will have Waffle Flower here on Wednesday. My Minté is still sitting at customs and I'm working on getting that released, which I have a call into them right after this video. And hello, Antonia. So welcome, my friends. Hello, Ariel. So nice to see you Saturday. Bonjour, France. So we did get Altenew in. So Altenew will be shown in two parts because I'll show you our restock and the September items that we received, but October cannot be shown until Wednesday. Well, cannot be purchased until Wednesday. So I'm not going to tease you with it. I'm going to show it to you on Wednesday. Okay? So if you want to see a tease, you can go onto their site and they do show you some of the images. So you can definitely pre-order them, but I will not show them until Wednesday. There are some items from Altenew that did not come in yet because they are out of stock and we are waiting for them to come back in. That would be the beautiful, marvelous maple tree is out of stock. So I am definitely waiting for that to come back in, as well as there was one other that I really wanted that is out of stock. And I can't remember what it is. No. Oh, the Aspen Skies stencil. That's right. That is out of stock as well. So there were a few items that were there and then they weren't. And that also, that cute little squirrel is also out of stock. So we're waiting for those. J'ai commandé des trucs direct de la France et malheureusement à cause de la grève des postes, ils ne peuvent pas m'envoyer. Oh, ça c'est triste. Mais nous autres, on n'a pas ce problème. Okay, yes, the maple tree will come as soon as it's available. I will be ordering it. Bonjour, Nathalie. All right, so without any further ado, also, whoops, what happened there? Without any further ado, I will also tell you that the Uniquely Creative bundle is back in stock, and get them while they are still around, okay? Parce que je pense que ça va être ma dernière achat d'eux autres, et il y avait déjà une batch qui était réservée de les 25 ou 30 que j'ai eu. So this is an exclusive bundle, exclusive to Crafters Home. There, it says $100. That would be 100 Australian dollars with exchange and everything else. It's about $140 between the exchange and the shipping and all of that. So you've got a lot of product in here. And I did read off last time what was in this bundle. I know that there are dies. There are dies. There are stamps. There are stencils. Donc, il y en a, je pense, 5 étampes, 2 pochoirs, 4 matrices, 3 embellissements, et j'oublie quelque chose d'autre. I know I'm forgetting something else. But there's tons of stuff in here. And everybody who bought them loved them. So now they are back in stock. They are $40? $40. $40 pour toute cette beauté, cette bundle. Il y en a plein dedans. OK? Si vous avez réservé, on l'a eu. Vous pouvez les acheter en ligne ou et juste mettre dans les commentaires comme réservé. So if you buy it online and you had reserved it already, just put as reserved in the comments, please. All right, so the other thing is we restocked our Corinne brush markers, our Olo markers. If you haven't tried the Olo markers, I know a bunch of you are Copic lovers, but the Olos are also a fantastic marker. They've got a flow-through system just like the Brush Pros. And now, if you guys remember all those beautiful gel pens that were available in kits, they are now available individually. And yes, I have them all here now individually. Erin said she put up a post about them, and she has some wonderful videos I can definitely show you if you'd like to see these beautiful pens in action. I have a set, and I'm going to bring those in probably Wednesday to show them to you. But Erin's going to pull up those videos, and you will definitely love how these work, okay? They are amazing, amazing gel pens.
Apparently the brush marker pros can be used as watercolors.
They are watercolors.
Well, they're water-based, but if you...
No, they're watercolors.
Really?
Yes.
I am completely just...
That blew your mind?
Well, I thought that they were...
Markers? No,
yeah.
They're watercolor markers. All right. Videos, or am I moving on to Altenew? Aha. Okay. So this one is the Sparks pen. Donc, ceux-là sont pailletés. Et j'espère que vous pouvez voir la beauté qui est ces crayons-là. Il vient en 20 couleurs. So this comes in 20 different colors. And do you see how beautiful they write? They also are supposed to be one of the top quality pens for all your writing and glittery needs.
There was another great one.
And Erin had another one. Il écrit sur noir et blanc, tous ces crayons-là. Et ils sont fantastiques. Il y a une qui s'appelle Milky Way. Ceux-là sont crémeux, pas pailletés, mais vraiment sur du noir, sont incroyables. So they are the Deco Gel pens, which have been around. They're not brand new. They've been around for a while, but because they are now available individually, we just wanted to remind you what they look like. But I
The video before.
that's
Here's the
the
Milky Way.
Yeah, this is the Milky Ways on black. Look at that.
They're kind of like pastel-y a little bit.
Oui, les couleurs sont I don't know if I wouldn't call them pastel. Mais tu vois comme il écrit sur du noir fantastique. Hey, ceux-là, il vient en 10 couleurs. So these come in 10 colors.
Ugh, that's stunning.
And fabulous for doodling. And the last ones are their metallics. So you couldn't find a good video with the metallics? Sont vraiment métalliques. That's them.
This is the metallic? Yeah, that looks like maybe
Yeah.
it's the metallic.
That is the metallic.
Printed style.
Because you can see them on black.
Echo gel pen.
Donc, ça, c'est le métallique. Okay, so those are the metallics.
So, really cool
So,
stuff.
beautiful, beautiful pens, and they are up on our website under the new products section. All right, moving to Altenew. So, Altenew has adhesive sheets. Donc, ça, c'est la colle double face. This is double-sided adhesive. Very popular, good quality. Dominic from our creative team, these are the only ones she'll use. She says sont les meilleurs. Elle dit que ce sont les meilleurs dans les feuilles autocollants.
Michelle saw her name on the table. You're always with us now, Michelle.
Oh, sorry, Michelle. All right. Next, Altenew came out with 3 metallic inks.
See me crawling on the floor.
A little bit. A little bit. I tried to cover you.
Sorry if you saw me crawling. That was not a...
Donc voilà, on a le argent. OK? Donc c'est un encre pigment, sont métalliques et sont tellement beaux. So, $21.95, but it's a metallic ink. OK? On a le bronze et le platinum. OK? Aussi, avec ça, on a eu aussi les re-encreurs pour chacune. So we got the re-inkers as well. All right? For those of you who have the picker-upper from Altenew, we got in the wax tips that will match that. So, si vous avez besoin un bout supplémentaire en cire, sont disponibles maintenant, 3 dans un paquet pour $8.75. And I have just a few brushes of the medium brush sold individually. So these are $14.50 each. And they are just a wonderful brush. They're obviously cheaper if you buy the package. C'est moins dispendieux si vous achetez le paquet de 5. Mais si vous voulez juste essayer un, c'est une bonne façon. If you just wanted to try one, it's an easy way to do that. All right, now, going into some of these products, we are going to... These are in the September release. We are going to show you the Fanciful Posies. Fanciful Posies are the Build a Garden pour septembre. OK? Donc, ça vient avec l'étampe. Ça vient avec l'étampe, le pochoir, le matrice et un outil à blending. So it comes with the stamp, the die, the stencil, and a blending brush. Okay? So really, really nice. And you can see that it is beautiful. Here's some samples. Des échantillons faits avec. Oh, I love when they do gray.
We both did that.
I love when they do gray. Donc, très, très, très joli. All right, so that is one set.
Fanciful Pansies.
Next, we have the Woodland Path Bundle. Okay, ça c'est le plioir de gaufrage. Et ça c'est le pochoir qui va avec. So we have the stencil set and the embossing folder. It is really pretty. And they have a beautiful sample done with this. Look at that. Sans le pochoir, vous pouvez pas arriver à cette beauté-là. OK? Vous avez besoin pour isoler chaque section, premièrement. Deuxièmement, could you go back to that, please? Tu vois où on voit la couleur plus foncée et tout comme ça? Ça, c'est vraiment avec un pochoir qu'on reçoit ça. Parce que c'est facile d'isoler juste une petite section puis ajouter juste sur le coin ou le côté avec nos pinceaux juste un ombrage plus foncé. So I love working with the stencils with that because you won't be able to get these beautiful, beautiful results as easily without the stencil set. Okay, so really, really nice. Look at that. You can, so this one looks more watercolored, but still just beautiful. And there's that squirrel. Lui, l'écureuil est en rupture de stock, mais ils vont revenir. Allô, Anne-Sophie? So, voilà, ils ont fait, même juste sur un rond, ils ont coupé l'image. So, very beautiful. So, ça, c'est une autre. Then there is the wood texture plate. This is the fine wood grain. Okay? Ça vous donne un texture qui est incroyable. Mais il faut avoir soit un better press ou soit une machine glimmer. Okay? So remember, this is a plate. C'est pas une matrice, c'est un plaque. So these need either a better press or a glimmer machine. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they probably used one of their metallic inks on this because it really looks that way. It might be one of their metallic inks that they used there. So look how beautiful that wood grain is. Ah, j'aime ça, c'est tellement subtil. Ils ont fait juste un teinte sur teinte, puis les poires sont ici aussi. So we also got those beautiful pears. Look how nice. So really, really, really gorgeous. And there's that majestic maple that is out of stock. I swear, it was in my cart et j'attendais pour qu'il sorte le octobre aussi et ça sautait de mon panier.
If I'm not mistaken, ça c'est le négatif de... Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it's not the negative, but it might be the piece
The piece that they cut out
exactly,
of this one.
Exactly.
So keep
Or
your...
that they masked off. Yeah. So very cool. Then we have their new leaves. Donc ça ici, c'est les 3 feuilles. Donc il est là. Et il y en a 3 feuilles qui matchent cette collection qui vient de sortir. And you can just see the detail on those leaves. La détail sur les feuilles est incroyable. So just that detail, that's what you pay for a die for.
The wood grain on
is
white.
To get all of that detail. Là, ils ont fait le better press de le wood grain, mais ils ont pas mis de l'encre. So you can see that white on there is just gorgeous. You can make your own wood grain paper. How cool is that? Ooh, blue leaves. I love it.
Why not?
Oh no, I love when they do that. Là, ils ont fait une couronne.
Oh, I
so
love
they
that.
made a beautiful wreath with this.
Oh, these samples
So-
are stunning.
Il faut vraiment juste aller sur leur site et vous allez voir tous ces échantillons. Next.
Look at the pears.
Oh, the
Saw
pears.
pear.
Yes, we just saw the pears.
Dad loves the pears.
Fresh pears. Yes, and those leaves, Deirdre, $17.50, okay? Donc, c'est pas quelque chose qui casse le...
So much you could do with them.
It's not going to break our banks. But look at that. Even this card here, just the way they put them in there with the different colors. I love it. All right, voilà les poires. So these are the pears. It is called fresh pears. Vous avez
those
tous les
flowers.
morceaux ici. Okay, so you get all of those pieces there. Qui fait les petits fleurs, les poires, tout ça. So look at that. Just beautiful. Oh, I like that. That's different.
Oh, they give it to you to make
Yeah.
an open one. Wait.
Il vous donne tout ça. Beautiful, beautiful. And when they do it like with that, it's just gorgeous. And I love when they do the open pear or they do the watercolor.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous samples.
Great creative team.
Then we've got the asters. So this is their craft of flower. Ça, c'est celle que vous n'avez pas besoin d'un pochoir ni une étampe. Ceux-là, c'est juste avec le papier en couleur. So just with colorful paper, you can get all this beautiful goodness with this asters die. So how beautiful is this? Okay, really, really, really gorgeous. Oops. So you can see that. It is just beautiful. Love it with the 3 different colors, but I'm more monochromatic. I love that. J'adore comme il ajoute des différentes nuances de couleurs sur les mêmes fleurs.
There they are on the wood grain.
Yep, there's that on the wood grain. So really, really very pretty. That's the Asters Layering Die Set. Now, I'm going to show you something that I have as a bundle. Bonjour, France. And then I have some of the individual pieces except for the stamp set. So I'm going to show you why. It is a bundle, but there's going to be some of you who want just the embossing folder. So I have a few embossing folders. Okay, so it's called One Go Sweet Pumpkins. Now some of you are going to want just the embossing folder. And then il y a une pochoir. Et le pochoir, comme toujours, il vous aide à isoler chaque section de les citrouilles. So you can see something there, okay? Done with, that one's probably stamped and stenciled. Et le troisième morceau, c'est le matrice. Et cette matrice-là est tout un gros morceau que vous mettez par-dessus de ton gaufrage. So once you've embossed this, then you would take the die, you would put it right over the top, and you could cut them all out, okay? So also genius. This is what the stamp looks like. So I have one bundle, and the rest I've got individual, sauf le étampe. Mais je peux le commander parce que je fais une autre commande avec Altenew aussitôt que les arbres sont retournés en stock. So I'm doing another order as soon as those trees come back in stock. I don't care if I'm just ordering the trees, but I'm ordering those trees. So if there's anything that we don't have, like if you want the stamp set or whatever, you can send us an email and we'll get them for you. So where are these One Go pumpkins? They don't have as many samples.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they use, but
Donc voilà.
Looks like stamped and then stenciled.
Yeah, that looks stamped. That's both. Oh, I like that.
Looks embossed and stenciled,
Yeah,
maybe?
ceux-là, c'est embossé. Puis après ça, ils ont utilisé le pochoir. Ça aussi, ils ont découpé
Stamped and dyed?
certaines. Oui. Hi, Martin.
Yes, there's not a lot, unfortunately.
So, not a lot of samples up yet for the pumpkins. All right, so that's the One Go Sweet Pumpkins. I really think that that's really pretty. So, that's the Altenew.
J'espère que les échantillons vous aident.
Now, we're going to show you the waffle flower. Oh,
While I'm getting it,
I was just given this.
Stuff.
So our Joyeux Noël, Joyeuse Fête is back in stock. Okay? So beautiful. Il est de retour en stock. So yes, it is back. Yahoo! Aussi, les découpes. So can you pull this up on our site, please? The pictures, the die cuts that went with the Beautifully Imperfect line. Okay? Donc, ça va avec le ligne Beautifully Imperfect. Ça, c'est les découpes qui n'ont pas les mots dedans. No, below it. next to it. Sorry, it's this one with the tags. Yeah. Okay. So, just look at what's in there. It is incredible. Donc, vous avez les tags, les fleurs, les papillons, et sont des cadres, les oiseaux, et des personnages, des caméras. So, lots and lots of beautiful, beautiful items. Les morceaux qui l'air comme du washi.
Les oiseaux, funky.
So, lots of fun stuff in there. So that is the package of die cuts. They are back in stock. Hi, Mary. Hi, Michelle. Snow Notes. Antonia, Snow Notes is finally back in stock. Okay, so that is Snow Notes. And this one is and it's actually a card we still have in the store, which is amazing.
But I do have to show somebody on Création.
Oh, somebody made something with this. Quelqu'un a fait quelque chose sur Création avec ça, donc Erin veut le montrer. Puis aussi, de retour en stock, c'est les fils. So, I think the threads are incredible. Vous avez une matrice pour chacune de ceux-là, mais au même temps, il vous donne les trous. Donc, vous coupez les trous.
That's what that...
Yep. Mm-hmm. Vous coupez les trous et après ça, vous pouvez mettre ça par-dessus et ça a l'air comme vous avez vraiment cousu sur votre carte. So, you can actually sew. You can use those holes and actually sew on the card. So definitely this is one of my favorites. Erin, you're going to have to remember that that's a favorite of mine.
I already put the whole collection as
I know, the whole collection is a favorite. But hello, Manon. So Snow Notes. That's because we get so many fabulous, fabulous things put on Création.
You're not on Création yet.
Si vous n'êtes pas déjà sur Création.
Lise Trottier.
Voilà, Lise a fait celui-ci. Donc, elle a fait plus que le trio. Puis, il chante. Il y a une plioire de gaufrage en arrière. Ça a l'air. Puis, vraiment, vraiment joli. So, this has been one of the favorites here at Scrapbook Central avec tous mes clients. OK? C'est comme la 4e fois que j'ai recommandé. So these have gone like crazy here. They have been so popular. All right, so those are all back in stock. Back to waffle flour. Now this we're going to have to show you on the computer because they are scheduled to arrive on Wednesday. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but Erin said they have some very, very... Right now I'm showing brown paper, so this isn't working.
I show them from our site, and... Well, no. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Cake time.
So they have a new texture die, Cake Time. Et avec ça, ils ont une pochoir qui match.
Pour colorer.
Pour colorer tout ça. So you see how those pieces can all be accentuated with coloring. Look at that. That's with the big word. Happy.
Got some slices of cake.
Donc, vraiment, vraiment joli. Donc, ceux-là, I love how they did that. That's patience. She cut her card apart and put little pieces on different things.
So that's Cake Time.
Ça, c'est Cake Time. Et il y a une pochoir qui match.
Cozy Icons.
This one is beautiful. Si t'aimes automne, celui-là est fantastique. Il y a même une tasse de café, si je me...
Oui, il y a une tasse de café avec un pumpkin spice. Look, il a une petite enveloppe. He's delivering it.
L'escargot, il y a une petite enveloppe sur son dos, puis il va l'apporter à quelqu'un. So look how pretty that is. With the coffee cup, with the champignons, fougère. You've got a little bit of everything.
There's my little friend.
And there's our little snail.
Snail
mail. You are loved. Snail mail. That's true. Donc, vous pouvez voir comme les morceaux sont tellement jolis qui viennent dans cette sélection.
Ah,
Cette
donc,
matrice.
tu vas mettre le tasse de café avec une vide ou avec un petit citron?
Citrouille.
Citrouille. Pumpkin spice latte, je pense.
And acorns, les glands.
Oui.
Oui. So, oh my goodness.
God, look at him. He has a house. He's sitting on a mushroom.
He's very cute. That snail
That
guy is
snail.
Aaron's
I
favorite,
love
guys.
him.
My goodness.
And
Donc là,
juste
ils
des
ont
ajoutes.
ajouté. So very, very cool. So that is the name of it again.
Cozy Icons Die.
We have no mail, but if
That's
the snail,
why they hired the snail.
exactly, the
snail's
snail's now
replacing.
delivering
He's
it.
doing his best and his...
Donc ceux-là, c'est Cozy Icons. On va les mettre en ligne pour que vous pouvez les commander,
Yeah.
mais sont pas disponibles avant mercredi. Donc, viens pas pour les ramasser parce que sont pas ici. So we are putting them online, but they will not be available here in the store till Wednesday.
Okay, I'm
All
going to show
right.
these.
So this is the overlapping happy word. Okay, so that's happy. And again, they used it on top of the cake time. And then there they used it on its own. So pretty. I love that rainbow. I hate that I'm showing just brown paper here. So
we're going to
put a
something
die.
There. Put Maurice there.
No, I'm not putting Maurice. Then we've got the thanks die. Hello, Celine. Bonjour. Hi, Linda. So
There's
again,
the
you saw the
cozy
thanks die.
icons.
And when you see all this, ça c'est fait avec juste un crayon gel. OK? Le blanc pour donner juste des nuances dessus. Ça vous donne un effet que c'est plus de dimension. So it gives you an effect like there's more happening on there. So it gives you a little bit more dimension. Bonjour,
that's the happy
bonjour
and
Danielle.
thanks.
Hello Sophie.
Here's the overlapping your.
Donc ça c'est le overlapping your pour ceux qui achètent. For those of you who buy the overlapping, then you know exactly what you do with it. Your stencil is going to, that's fine, go ahead. Your stencil is going to make the word, and then the loved is part of a stamp set that matches. So that loved will be on us, and the amazing, you're loved. I think there's another one.
There's got to be. Here they are.
There's 5. I know that.
Okay, so there's a stamp and a die. So we've got amazing, awesome, the best, so cool.
So you're awesome,
And
you're
loved.
amazing, you're the best, you're so cool, and you're loved. Hi, Karen.
So that has a stamp set.
I should be doodling on the brown paper with the new pens.
Yeah, and the die set.
Et voilà, il vient avec une matrice aussi. Mais comme j'ai dit, like I said, they're all online with pictures. Then we've got the new silhouette stamp set, which always works well with the postage collage, right? Donc ceux-là, c'est plus pour automne.
It's called Autumn Sunset.
Look at that.
Those little icons.
I love this. The lady
Yeah.
with the umbrella, and she has a
Oh,
snail
the
on
snail.
her too. Il y a le petit escargot sur le parapluie. So you can use them this way. You can use it completely in there. It is so
Again, that
cute.
white gel pen just adds.
It really does. You know, it's just a touch. Just adding le crayon blanc, ça vous donne juste un autre effet sur vos projets.
There it is in the postage collage.
So beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Really, really a nice stamp set. And
We've got the happy. We've got a new happy and a new birthday.
donc voilà le happy.
And
Et
the-
le birthday, c'est
six.
en écriture, mais sont 2 dies séparés. Donc, c'est 2 matrices. Those are 2 separate dies you have to get.
Okay.
Phew!
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Okay, pumpkin time texture die.
Donc, encore, ils ont fait ceux-là comme une texture. Donc, ça découpe pas, ça va faire la texture sur votre carte. So, it's going to give you texture, and then the stencil set will do all that beautiful coloring for you. Okay? So, you can see those beautiful, beautiful pumpkins. Really nice.
Splatter on.
Oh, that's nice.
That's gonna be.
Ils ont fait une couronne, puis tout ça. So, really, really beautiful.
Okay. So yes, it comes with the stencil. Il y a aussi, well, it doesn't come with. Il y a
Mais
aussi.
il y a aussi le pochoir. Après ça, ils ont fait comme la look d'une table pour soit l'action, not l'action grâce, Thanksgiving, c'est...
But it could work for Noël aussi.
Yeah,
Or just
for any season, okay? Andy Skinner stamps. He has done a release. Actually, he redid that release, Isabella. It was out before, and now that then the company was sold, and now with the new company, he's kind of revamped that release. So I have access to all of them. If you let me know which ones you would like, absolutely.
Okay.
So, table runner. So, là, ils ont fait ça comme ce qu'on mis dans le milieu de notre table. Puis ça, c'est pour faire différentes sortes d'assiettes. Puis on a aussi les ustensiles. So, et un serviette, puis tout. So, look at that. That becomes this. Okay? So, how cool is that? Like, it's a whole table setting. So really, really a nice die. Et oui, le dinde est une matrice aussi. So the turkey you have to buy separate. The pie you have to buy separate.
Okay.
And I'm going to show the stencil that does the runner design, please. Thank you. Donc ça ici, c'est le pochoir qui ajoute le motif à le table runner. So you see that? Le dessin sur le morceau est de la pochoir. Voilà une autre.
Oh, they just, pas
Yeah,
mis
they
ça
just
comme
use the stencil.
Oui.
Parce que le stencil est vraiment joli. Puis là, vous pouvez le voir en arrière. So, really a nice stencil set coming out. Then there's the pie and the turkey. All right. You're a turkey, Erin.
I'm a turkey?
You're a turkey.
Is that a compliment?
I don't know. You'll have to figure that one out.
Turkey is
So,
stuffed.
voilà le dinde. Puis il a déjà le stuffing dedans. So, and there's the pie and the turkey. So, une tarte. So that must be a pumpkin pie up here.
Yeah.
Une tarte de citrouille et un dinde.
There's that turkey. And then I will show the pumpkin.
The pie, you mean?
The pie. Sorry. The pumpkin pie.
Ça, c'est tout
But
ce
look
que
at
vous
everything.
recevrez avec la tarte. So you get a little bit of everything so that you can make all different kinds of looking pies. So you can have with that. Oh, and look what the pumpkin's decorating around. That's a beautiful card. Voilà. Donc, vous pouvez faire toutes sortes de...
Blueberry and raspberry or strawberry rhubarb.
Yeah, you decided that's what they were.
That's a pumpkin pie. if
Là,
I've ever
les
seen one.
décorations, les petites étoiles, puis aussi le crème fouettée. So it really is a fun little release. Very different, I find, than what we usually see.
Yeah.
So they really geared, and it's funny because they put it in October, not November. So I think they're thinking of Canadians
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
The new one.
because it came out in
There's
October.
one more I want to show.
Erin
and then
wants
I'll
to
show
show
the
one
sentiments
other.
quickly. This one's cool.
So this one is called the Fringe Frame. And yes, you're all looking at it and going, I already have frames that are like torn edges. Mais il y a quelque chose différent de ceux-là. Go back. Check ces 4 petits morceaux-là.
Not duck feet.
And yeah, they're not duck feet.
They look like duck feet.
Yes. I wish that I had duck feet. And everywhere I go.
Okay, you're going off now.
That's Dr. Seuss. Donc, ça vous donne la look comme un coussin. And look at that. Isn't that adorable?
You have to blow your nose.
No, well, I just sneezed 3 times. So, voilà. It's very, very cute. Et ça vous donne une façon de l'utiliser qui est un peu différent.
Ça,
So-
c'est sans les...
Yep, and that's
Les
without
tassel.
the little tassels on the side. Hello, Yvonne.
Oh, look at
Again
this.
here.
Without the tassels. But cool with the tassel.
So it's really gives you two completely different looks, and that's what they were going for here. So yes, you can have a torn
Nest
dye,
them.
but you can also, yeah, very nice. So lots and lots of beautiful stuff.
Want me to show the sentiments quickly?
All right,
No
guys.
sentiments? Okay.
So
Saw them in the cards.
Wednesday, we will have the waffle flower to show you. I will also have the pens. Now, on Friday, I mentioned I was going to do a little demo with Simon's inks. And then the time got away from us and I didn't get a chance to. So I'm just going to show you now how great they are. I got a chance to use them a little bit this weekend, and they really are juicy. So I'm just going to show you that. If you'll give me a moment to get myself organized, I just need to grab some paper and also open Facebook, right? Because if I can't see what you guys are asking me, then it's pretty useless for me to be doing this, right? Right. So, oh, I found myself live. Oh, and that's not a pretty sight. Okay.
Always a pretty sight.
Aw, you know, she has to say that. She's my daughter.
And I'm paid to say it.
And no, you're not. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so that I see how much of a mess you're going to see. And then we're going to zoom you in a bit so that you see less of a mess. I'll explain later. And Erin's going to grab me a Kleenex so I don't keep sniffling in your ear. And I pulled out a couple of, what's going on here? That's what I wanted. Okay.
Oh, blow your
Excuse me
nose.
for 1 second.
Do you have a brush or you need a brush?
I need one, please. So, I've pulled out a couple of stencils that I think will be really nice. Sorry, guys. You heard me sneeze. So, all right. That I think will be really nice. My coffee's here. You know I have to have my coffee here. Why do I feel, oh yeah, we're still taping, I hope.
It's just, there's nothing there, so. We're still here.
I don't know, nothing's moving.
You're going to see my
Okay.
hand in a second.
So, I've got a stencil here. Now, what Simon likes to do is, does he have this, either of these two colors? Do we have it in the Stellar inks at the moment? So what Simon likes to do is he likes to do a couple of layers in ink, and then he'll do a layer in one of his pastes. So I took out a few of his pastes to give them a try. But I want to show you layering stencils. We've talked about layering stencils. We talk about them often. And I want to make sure that you can see how these layering stencils work and why people like them as much as they do.
Am I taking this out then?
So I am looking for a couple of colors. Now I did stamp, so I did stamp the orange and the blue. So you can see the colors are pretty true to the cover. Donc la couleur est vraiment proche à la couleur de l'encre, parce que voilà le bleu qui s'appelle Midnight Snack et voilà l'orange qui s'appelle Guppy. They stamped nice they are really, really juicy. Now this is Simon's newest brush. He likes to use this to do a full background. I wish I had some sticky grid. I wish I had some sticky grid. Where is my sticky grid? I do not know. Okay, so I am going to have to tape this down because I cannot find my sticky grid. Sorry guys. So we're going to use some tape. En premier, je vais le mettre un peu de tape là parce que je veux pas aller sur le verso de ma carte. So I'm going to put some tape there because I definitely don't want to go on the back of my card, right? So I'm going to move this up. I just want to make sure it's well in the camera so that you can see it. Voila. And then I'm just going to tape this down a bit. And I don't want to start it right at the edge. Donc ça, va être la première couche. And je vais l'aligner le plus que possible. I'm going to line it up. Oh no. Never fails, right? You're running out of tape right when you need to demo something. I'm actually going to raise it a little so that I can do that, like that. Okay, and I should be fine now. I think I'll be fine now, as long as the card doesn't move. All right, so I wouldn't do the darkest color on the bottom. OK, on ne veut pas utiliser la couleur le plus foncé sur le bas si on veut mettre les autres couleurs par-dessus. So I don't really have a light color of Simon's here. I have maybe from his older stuff, but I've got an orange. What other colors? Erin, what other colors do we have of Simon's inks, please? Can you bring me a couple that go together? All right. So I am going to show you the orange back on that tag that I had stamped. And I did stamp also with a foam stamp. I was curious. J'étais curieuse. Donc, j'ai aussi fait avec une étampe en foam, puis ça a étampé très, 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 très bon. I can do a yellow with the orange, and then I can use maybe the blue paste. Okay. Okay, unless you can find me another paste in my jar. Another Simon paste, yeah. All right. So I'm going to start with yellow on the bottom. So this is Shooting Star. Shooting Star, Jay? Shooting Star Stellar ink.
Where would your pages be?
Near the end. So I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to put a bunch of ink on there. And here goes. La raison que Simon a fait le gros pinceau comme ça est pour couvrir plus de surface. So, voilà. So then forget the green, Erin. Forget the green. So you can see, and now le pinceau est nouveau, donc c'est la raison qu'il faut ajouter plus d'encre. I'm adding more ink because the brush was brand new. but you can see that I'm covering a big surface very quickly. So that's what's good about it. Okay, this bracelet's gonna drive me crazy, so it's going off. I can't blend with that thing going ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. And that's what it was doing, right guys? Ba-doop, ba-doop, that's exactly what it sounded like. All right, so now we've got this beautiful layer of yellow. I want a bit more over here. Quand vous avez, vous avez mis un peu de tape, mais pas complètement, vous pouvez lever ça et voir si vous manque encore de l'encre. So that's why I like doing almost like a hinge, because I can go and I could say, you know what, I want more ink over there, or I need more over there. So voila, I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. So we are going to cover up our orange that I left open, and we are going to cover up our yellow. And you can see where the tape was. I kind of didn't tape it too well. It's a little too close. Mais si ça me dérange, je peux aller ajouter un peu à la fin. All right? But you know me, I'm an ish girl. I really don't care. Okay. Donc, je prends ça, je l'enlève, je vais le nettoyer tantôt. I'm going to wash it a little later, and I'm going to take the second one. Now, I can actually play around with it, or I can layer it right on top, which I want to do, but is it going to let me? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do the... Oh, maybe I got it upside down. Hang on. I know it works. C'est juste de trouver exactement quel côté, parce que I didn't keep them in order in my... You know what? I'm just going to go to the easier one. Parce que ça va juste au centre de... Why is this not working for me? Voila. So this one goes right into the center of the star, okay? So it's just a matter of finding, il faut faire une rotation juste autant que tu trouves la bonne placement. And even that, now that I'm looking at it, the placement is, oh, actually it's not bad. And I'm gonna take a lunar paste that is, I don't want neon. You know me, I like tone on tone, so I'm gonna try this one, which is yellow jacket. Yellow jacket, okay? Ça, c'est une de les néons encore. Puis Simon, lui, il adore mettre toute la pâte vers le haut. Il met plein. So this is what Simon always does. And of course, you're going to see me use a tool that's not Simon's, but he has a similar tool. So when he does it on his demos, he's going to use his, but it's going to do the same thing. So, now keep in mind, I'm just working with colors I have here. They aren't the best. Mais il met une batch là, puis il prend un spatule gros comme ça qui couvre toute la carte. He likes to take a spatula and go like that. Parce qu'il veut que la plus que possible couvre en une passe. Après, on peut aller chercher la balance qui n'est pas allée. Puis, on peut continuer en bas jusqu'à la fin. All right? So, you can go back over it as many times as you want to. I'm actually going to turn it over and do it this way. And you can see that those stars all have paste in them, okay? Vous pouvez prendre tout ce qui reste sur ton outil si c'est juste une couleur que tu as utilisé. As long as you only used one color, you can take whatever was on here still and put it back in the jar. Donc, il n'y a pas de perte si on met trop sur notre surface. And then you lift and you can see how that layered, besides on my desk, right onto the card itself, right in the middle of. Now, I'm going to take this off slowly so it doesn't rip my card. But they look like little sunshines. So, very, very cool. Of course, you need time for this to dry. Il a besoin le temps pour sécher. But you can see how pretty that comes out. Okay? So it really, really gives a beautiful look. And you only get that with a layering stencil because it is made to layer up so easily. I mean, that is just what it's all about. So when Simon makes his stencils, that's what he keeps in mind. Parce qu'il veut que vous mettez une ou deux couches de l'encre et aussi quelque chose qui a 3 dimensions. So, isn't that yummy? So you could do that with Simon's lunar pastes. You could do that with stencil butter. You can do it with n'importe quelle pâte crémeux qui brille, puis tout ça. So that is going to just dry and it's going to be yummy and beautiful. All right. Let's clean that up. Erin, can I have the wipes from the table, please? Thank you. Add my paper towels, the blue ones. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. All right. And then you just clean it off your palette knife. You clean it off your surface. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So, as I was saying, Simon's inks are very juicy. So, I will give you an example here. So, I've got a mess. That's what I need. I need somebody who just takes this all away, gets it clean for me, while I move on to the next thing. But we can't all have that. Okay, so there's a stencil, that is layering. I am trying to get this out of the way so I can show you the difference in his inks. And I'm sure he doesn't mind me showing you that one is drier than the other. I'm sure he knows this himself. So I'm going to go back to a tag and I'm going to take this stamp, okay? Ça c'est une vieux étampe. J'ai pris de n'importe où, je souviens plus. And I'm going to ink it the way I always show you we should ink a stamp. Right? I always say ink up your stamp. You can see I have to go back to this quite a few times to get good pressure and get proper ink all the way around. So there we go. I'm using no diving and I'm going to stamp it. No, I'm not using a stamp positioner. I feel I can stamp this one on my own. I'm confident. Voila. So, it's dry already. C'est déjà sec. It's very easy, but you can tell it's a beautiful color and it works beautifully. But you can tell that it's a little bit drier than just wiping this off. I'll take the blue just to compare two different blues. Cette pad-là, OK? Now, ceux-là, vous allez voir que je vais aller doucement, puis vraiment, ça c'est une fois j'ai tamponné dessus. Maintenant, j'ai fait une deuxième fois, juste au cas où que j'ai manqué une place. Et je touche pas beaucoup. So I'm really going lightly or I'm going to have ink everywhere. So, juste un petit peu. Prends pas ton étampe puis mets dedans parce que tu vas avoir l'encre sur tout ton plateforme ou tout ton bloc. So, there I put on very little. Oh, there seems to be something in the stamp. Hang on. Comme un cheveu, un morceau de cheveux ou quelque chose. Phew. Wow. I have a tickle in my nose. Donc voilà. Maintenant, je pèse dessus encore. Et check la différence. Il est complet, so the whole image is very complete. It is beautiful. Okay, so that's what Simon's Stellar inks are all about. So maintenant, avec un pad en foam au lieu d'un pad en coton. Okay, that's why it's juicier. C'est pour cette raison, c'est plus juteux. Maintenant, je fais la comparaison à Catherine Pooler. Si vous aimez les encres Catherine Pooler, elle fait des encres avec un tampon en mousse. Si vous aimez ces encres-là, vous allez aimer les Stellar Inks de Simon Hurley. Ils sont pas sèches. Tu peux pas ouvrir le tampon et ça va être sec. C'est impossible parce que sont plein d'encre. Ceux-là sont pleins d'encre aussi, mais plus contrôlés par le tampon ici en coton. So this is more controlled because it's got a different kind of surface. It's more of a cotton pad that the ink soaks down into, whereas with the foam, because it's foam, imagine a foam pad that you clean your dishes with, it stays very, very juicy and has more pores. Il est plus poreuse. Donc, c'est plus facile de sortir de l'encre de là. Okay? So, that's what I wanted to show you with that. Simon's pastes are a lot of fun to play with as well. You should cover them after you've used them. Okay, moi j'ai oublié ça. And you've got all sorts of layering stencils. Simon loves layering stencils. So for example, this one here for a background would be beautiful. Done in greens, in pinks, look. Okay, so this one is called Geo Leaves. And just look at how beautiful those leaves come out. Ils ont utilisé seulement 2 couleurs de encre, puis c'est bien fait le fond de carte ou le fond de projet que vous voulez. So that was done with just 2 inks. So how cool is that? So layering stencils, sont vraiment fantastiques. Comme ceux-là. En ça, c'est des bulles. We know that these are bubbles, right? But how people look at it and they're like, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. Tu vas les séparer au centre, puis tu vas le mettre une en premier, puis après ça, la deuxième, et vous allez recevoir l'effet comme ça. Vraiment. Because you are going to have the bubbles coming over the bigger bubbles, And these little pieces are already there on the stencil. So they're going to hit the stencil where you need it to hit. So you have to trust. Il faut croire en le pochoir. Je dis ça tout le temps, tout le temps. Un autre que moi j'aime, mais j'ai pas bien aimé avant de le faire avec Altenew, est celle-ci. I couldn't visualize it on my own. And then we did it with Altenew at one of our trade shows. And I would love to show you guys this one being done up. But I would have to pull out inks, and I've already kept you a very long time. So next time we have a few minutes spare, I'm going to try and remember that I want to show this one off to you because I really think that you're going to like it. Comme j'ai dit en premier, j'ai dit, sont trop, pas trop funky, mais je sais pas si je vais l'aimer. Puis après avoir fait ceux-là, je l'adorais. So this is one of those backgrounds that you really need seen. See, you can kind of see it up here because it's done in beautiful colors, bright colors up here. I really, really like that. So we got a chance to play with this stencil at one of our shows, and you can see how cool that comes out. Et chacune des pochoirs, si tu le mets exactement dans la bonne place, il va tout mettre tous ces morceaux-là, même les petits fleurs, il va faire peindre tout le fond de carte. It will fill in the whole background of your card. Well, that is about it for today, guys. I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you. Oh, I did want to show you that it works with the foam stamps, right? So I was playing with these foam stamps from Ron. This one, oh, it's one of the leaves. And this one is the duo border that I really like. So let's just pick a color. I'm going to do the yellow and orange just so that we have two different colors. Donc, chacun de ceux-là peut être utilisé seul ou vous pouvez utiliser ensemble. OK? Aussi, je peux ajouter juste une touche d'eau avant de étamper si je veux. And that will soften the look of the ink. Mais tu vois, je mets pas trop de l'encre. Je mets plus parce que c'est une surface plus poreuse que la caoutchouc. So I'm putting a little bit more ink than I would on a foam or clear, on a rubber or clear stamp, just because it's more porous. I could do just a quick spritz of water, okay, which I just did, and I'm going to stamp this down. All right, so beautiful, beautiful image, even with a foam stamp. You can see that came out beautifully. Oh, I really like that. And then I'm going to do, I'll do the orange over the top of it. But I could do black, I could do whatever colors. So I'm just going to do a little bit of orange on there. Nice. Okay. All right, and again, a little spray. A little spray goes a long way. Et maintenant, je vais les aligner le plus que possible, mais ça va être une ish parce qu'on peut pas voir. You can't really see through the stamp, so you have to be okay with just being okay. All right? And voila. So, it's very cute. Mais je peux l'utiliser seul. So, I could have used it alone if I wanted to. See, avec le foam, il est dans les tempes. Je peux ajouter
un peu d'eau sur l'autre et je vais voir si je peux avoir une deuxième impression. So I'm checking if I can get a second impression here just by using water. And yes, the answer was yes. So you see, I was able to get a second impression from my yellow because I think I put a lot more ink on there. Donc, même les étampes en mousse, on peut utiliser de l'encre. J'aime aussi mettre de peinture dessus. And you probably could even use, if you really wanted to, some of these pastes. But then I would suggest you wash it off right away afterwards. So if I wanted to use a paste, I would take some out of the jar. Okay. I would put some on my palette. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Hopefully you can. And then I would take a brayer. Okay. So let me close this up so I don't mess that. And I'm going to close up the ink pad and move this out of the way. So at this point, if I wanted to use something that was more of a paste, I would just kind of roll it through and then I would roll it onto my stamp. Okay? Mais je le nettoie après tout de suite. Okay? So that is using the brayer, that is using the paste. And now whatever I get, I get. But I'm not going to push as hard. Parce qu'avec une pâte, it's going to spread out more. So you see, I didn't push too hard. And I love that I got like that broken effect. Et même je vois un peu de le jaune en dessous. So that is to play with. So you can even do that with your paste. You can roll it out on anything. So you can definitely roll paste out and get a beautiful glimmery background. Let me put that more up where you can see it. Parce que ça c'est une pâte néon, mais il brille aussi. So if I just said, oh, I love this and I want to do an ocean look on my page, but I don't have an ink that color, well, take out your paste and fais avec un brayer et tu vas avoir vraiment, vraiment un look fun. Et vous pouvez voir un peu la texture de la brayer dedans. Okay, so I could even go and I could take it now and go a different way pour avoir une autre texture. Oh, we're gonna have to do something with this afterwards once it's dry for sure. Now I want to get a bit more up here. Okay, pendant que je joue ici, I'll just finish up with Antonis is coming next week. So we still have a few spots in his classes if you're thinking of taking any of them. And then Tracy sent me classes today. I'm waiting on one more from her tomorrow, but reserve the date. Okay, la date pour Tracy, c'est le 7, 8, 9 novembre. Elle vient certainement, puis les cours qu'elle offre sont toujours incroyables. Ceux qui viennent la plupart du temps, vous savez déjà que n'importe quoi qu'elle offre est toujours beaucoup de fun. So you guys who always come for Tracy's classes, you know that she always does a lot of fun and technique-y things. So reserve your date, November 7th to November 9th. And Mr. Antonis is here with us next week. There are still a few places in his class available, so feel free to sign up. Now I'm going to say goodbye with, hey, I kept myself quite clean. I'm very impressed. I'm going to say goodbye for today, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday, on va avoir des autres nouveautés. Oublie pas le bundle de Uniquely Creative. Ça, c'est une très bonne valeur. Était très populaire avec la première batch. Tu veux pas le manquer parce que il y a vraiment plein de choses dedans. So you don't want to miss out on the uniquely bundle. This is my last shipment of them. And there are a ton of beautiful things inside that you could use on all your projects. So have a good night, guys. Bonne soirée à vous tous. Puis à mercredi. We'll see you Wednesday. Ciao for now. Oh, hi, Leah. Ciao for now. Bye, guys.